Hey guys, so today we're doing our Scarlet and Violet market update for the month of July 2024, starting with base set booster box Scarlet and Violet. It's actually down 0.02% on the month, so basically flat. It was down to around $91. Now it's back up to 96. We're going to see a lot of weird things happening with some of these boxes this month, so just keep that in mind, priming you for the video. Most recent sale from today, 3 boxes for $97.99. So closing in on $100 again, it seems, in terms of sales. Paldea Vault up 3.72% on the month. Did hit a peak of around 135, which is insane. And it is selling basically every day. These are sales from today. 129.99, 129.99, and 130 exactly. So it is a $130 box at this point. Next up, Obsidian Flames. This is even up 6.37% on the month, up to $110. Most recent sales from July 25th, yesterday, $113.50, and then today, $113.50 as well there. Paradox Rift, this is kind of a weird one as well. Paradox Rift is down 5.74%. I assume there's, some type of restock or reprint either being rumored or confirmed by some distributors. So, it's down 5.74% on the month. That's okay. Still selling around $100. Again, it's not really surprising. I kind of expect that a lot of these sets are going to get reprints eventually, and we are going to see the prices come down in the short term. So not too worried. Paradox Rift is still a decent set. So if you are holding boxes, don't be too upset with this. Temporal Forces up 2.54% on the month, and it is selling basically every day for $107.97, $107.98. So $108 box essentially at this point. Twilight Masquerade, this is obviously the big one. Man, I was wrong about this set. But, it's getting to a point where I'm very, very confused on what's happening. It's up 14.42% on the month, almost 15%, and it's selling basically every day on TCG Player for $123, $124 essentially. It's in that range, and that's obviously before tax and shipping, or maybe free shipping, but before tax or whatever. So, $130 people are paying for a box of Twilight Masquerade. Like, does that really make sense considering a month ago it was $105? Just insane out the gate. It barely fell off. I mean, look at the graph, right? Like, obviously pre-orders came out, went down to about $100 and it's already rebounded. So just insane. Twilight Masquerade. And we will look at some of the cards here in a bit. Pokemon 151 Elite Trainer Box, down 3.68% on the month. Again, I had some people tell me in my most recent video that 151 there actually has been confirmed reprints. I asked all these people to link me an official source calling for the reprint. So if you guys have an official source and you're watching this video, please feel free to DM me on Instagram or send me an email or whatever, or just send me a link. I'd love to read it from an official source and not just, rumors from someone who has distro. Next up, the booster bundles. Again, these are up to about $50. These are up 16.91% on the month. Just insane growth. Like, some of these things just don't really make sense at this point. Like, if there's a 151 reprint coming, it would make sense that, the ETBs are down a couple percentage points. The booster bundles are up almost 17%. So there you go. And then the UPC is sitting pretty flat, almost $120. Up 1.65%, nothing too crazy there. They are selling basically every day for, 124, 125 in that range on TCG Player. I know you can get them for much less at retail in certain stores, Costco, etc., Walmart. So, be that as it may, TCG prices are definitely inflated on some of these things. Always keep that in mind. Next up, Paldean Fates Elite Trainer Box. These are up 5.75% on the month. Most recent sales yesterday, $40, $46.99, and then today $40 as well. So it is sitting between that 40, 45 range. So 43.03 makes a lot of sense to me. Now we're going to look at some of these cards. So starting with the Magikarp, Magikarp's down 16.29% on the month. This is when the Paldea Vault booster box is up 3.72%. And this thing was up to over $150 at one point, I believe. It's now come back down to around that 125 mark. And it does seem like it's cooling off a bit, or, kind of flattening out as well. So will it go much lower? Who knows? But that's the Magikarp. It was up to 150. So let me just bring out a wider chart for you guys just to see the growth of this thing. It was pretty impressive. I thought at 100 it was pretty done. It was going to slow down, but it had that huge spike up to 150. Now it's sitting around 120. Next up, Chuyu from Paldea Vault as well. This is an SIR card. This card had massive growth. Also, kind of just spiked out of nowhere from around 16 up to 40, and it's now sitting around 25. And again, recent sales, July 24th, 25.23, 24.50, and 28.85. So, it is trading in that range now. Next up, we have the Nine Tails from City in Flames. When I made a video of cards under $10, I thought we're going to do well. This was one of the cards that I had in there. It's up almost 40% on the month, from around $7.50 up to almost $11 at this point. And most recent sales from today, $9.48, $14.45, and $9.99, and those are all lightly played holofoils, so pretty interesting there. Groudon, this is from Paradox Rift. The Groudon is actually, at the time of recording this video, July 26th, the most expensive card in Paradox Rift. It is, I believe, $2 higher than the Roaring Moon at this point, and most recent sale from today, $49.99, so right around that $50 mark. See if we can get a bit more data on it for near mid holofoils. $48.19, $58.99, $52.99. So it is in that high 40s to mid 50ish range in terms of sales. So this sounds about right. It is basically flat on the month, down 0.11%. Next up, we have the Raging Bolt EX from Temporal Forces. This one's up 1.49% on the month, staying around that $80 mark. I believe I didn't bring up a lot of the cards from Temporal Forces, but I believe that the Iron Crown is now in second place, but it's below $60. It was like $58.60 at time of recording this video when I was checking this morning. But in terms of the Raging Bolt, most recent sales from yesterday, $42.90 near mid holofoil, and then today $78.90 and $78.91. So around that $80 range does make a lot of sense. And now we get to some fun cards. So the Greninja from Twilight Masquerade is up 24.15% on the month, almost $260. I was so wrong about this card. I really thought there was no chase to it, and it is the first card over 200 in Scarlet and Violet, and it might even break 300 at the rate it's going. So just insane out the gate. Kind of dipped down to around, let's see if I can get the 6-month chart, might look a bit better. Dipped down to around 118, and it's just been flying since then. And again, most recent sales from today, 278.72, 280 exactly, and then 210.34. Someone got a steal on that one in terms of current price. So yeah, I mean, this card is just continuing to go. We're gonna have to keep an eye on it, see what happens. Do I think this is a $260 card? I mean, I didn't even think it was a chase card, so my opinion on it is completely irrelevant here. You guys let me know in the comments down below if you invested in this card. If you got in early around $100, that would be pretty interesting to know. Some of you guys won big on this one. Also, the Eevee, I didn't think this card was going to be worth anything. It surprises me that this card is $58. It really does. I thought this was going to be a $20 card. I mean, I know Eevee's popular. Obviously, the Evolutions are way more popular. This is just a regular IR card. It's, not an SR or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, people obviously disagreed with me, and, the market's reflecting the current price. So there you go. Most recent sales from today, $56, $51, $91, and $50. So it is selling consistently over that $50 mark as well. And then the final card I just wanted to show in here today was from Pokemon 151, the Zapdos EX. That's the 3-month chart. The 1-month chart, it's up 2.15%. And the reason I wanted to show this one is it's kind of on that $40 mark. The Zapdos is going to be fighting soon, I believe, with potentially the Venusaur and overtaking that, and then maybe even the Blastoise. I mean, it's a great artwork, and people love the card. Obviously, the 3-month chart, it's up 20%, and most recent sales, all from today, $38.51, $53.95, insane, and $49.67. So most recent sales would dictate that this card is closer to $45. Obviously, earlier today we had some lower sales, $37.42. $44, $36, $35, $34, $37. But you also have some higher ones down here too, like $42, $43. So, it makes sense that it's a $40 range card right now. But if these last couple sales from today are any indicator of where this is going, we may see this jumping into the mid 40s sooner rather than later. That's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments down below what you're investing in. Are you excited for Shrouded Fable to come out? I'm personally not too excited, but I still have my PCETBs. And, I'm looking forward to Stellar Crown, obviously. And then Black Friday later this year, I am going to be picking up a lot of Scarlet and Violet. If the deals are out there, I think a lot of stuff right now is still overpriced, especially, Paldea Evolved at $130. I definitely would not be buying. I don't even know if I'd be buying Twilight Masquerade at $120. To me, that just seems insane. People are kind of, buying this, and the price is reflecting that this is almost like a really strong set, like an Evolving Skies or something. Then Sure, you have the Greninja in there, you have the Carmine over $100, still the pairing. So you have some cards up there in value, but it doesn't have the depth to me. I think some of these prices are just a bit absurd, especially the Greninja pushing, almost $300. But again, that's just my opinion. I'm just here to bring you guys the facts and what the prices are doing every month. So thank you so much for watching. Stay safe wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you in the next one.